Hi, I'm John Hafnor, and I write weird history books. I recently wrote the book Strange But True America. Some people call this twisted history. Some people call it kick-ass history. You be the judge of that. It's based on the premise, first advanced by Lord Byron, that the truth is always stranger than fiction. So we're going to share some of those tales, and you be the judge. One way to look at weird history from the book Strange But True America is to look in your wallet and look at your $1 bill. That's George Washington, of course, the father of our country. Ironically, he was not a father biologically. He had a terrible bout of smallpox that nearly killed him when he was a young man. It left him sterile, and as was the case with many of his contemporaries, it left him with pockmarks, deep pockmarks on his face. George Washington, after he was president, came down with a cold or perhaps bronchitis, and his doctors prescribed the solution of the day, which was bleeding. And 4 doctors in succession came in. Each one bled the president. He lost a total of 80 ounces of blood and basically was bled to death by his physicians. The dollar bill also has a curious little mark up in the upper right-hand corner that faintly resembles the Pope's mitre or the Pope's hat, and it's called the papal mark. In the 1920s, when the Ku Klux Klan nearly took over this country and ruled several states, including Indiana and Colorado, it was common practice among Klan members to rip this corner of the dollar bill off because it was thought to be a part of a Catholic conspiracy to take over the world. The next bill you probably have in your wallet is a $5 bill, and that of course is Abe Lincoln on there. Before Lincoln was president, and this is a little known story, he was challenged back in Illinois by the state auditor, James Shields, to a duel. Well, Abe wanted to kind of defuse the situation with humor, and since he had the choice of weapons, he chose cow pies. Shields didn't appreciate this, only got madder, so Lincoln was obliged to show up at the dueling site. He came early, and choice of weapons was swords, and Lincoln was hacking away at the high branches of a nearby tree when Shields showed up, and he noted Lincoln's great height and great reach advantage, and luckily he called off the duel. Speaking of duels and presidents, $20 bill in your wallet, of course, has a picture of President Andrew Jackson on it. Jackson was involved in more than one duel in his lifetime. In one duel, he killed his adversary, but received a wound so grievous that he had a lifetime of pain from that wound. Now, there's possibly one more bill in your wallet, and that would be the $10 bill. That does not have a president's picture on it. That's Alexander Hamilton on the 10. He was Secretary of the Treasury. And he was involved in a duel that makes the Dick Cheney event where he shot his friend in the face look like child's play, because Hamilton was in a duel with the then Vice President, Aaron Burr, and in that duel, Burr killed Alexander Hamilton. Thanks for listening to these weird tales from the new book, Strange But True America. And you can find a lot of this, much of the content of the book for free at a website, www.strangetrueus.com. Again, that's www.strangetrueus.com. There are lots of free stories, lots of the drawings from the book, and interactive maps, and I think you'd enjoy it. Thanks again.